Good morning, fellow nonprofiteers. It is Wednesday morning, and you know what that means. It is time for What's Good Wednesday. What's Good Wednesday? Yay! This is our chance to take a break from our work and just celebrate what's good in the nonprofit world this week. We have so much amazing news to tell you this week. It's starting to catch on. I'm really excited. Before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Jamie Dingler. I'm the owner of What's Good LLC, a nonprofit marketing and fundraising consulting firm based on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. I'm also the author of the itty bitty book of nonprofit fundraising, tips for board members from a development director who hates asking people for money. I promise it makes sense. It sounds a little sketchy, but it makes total sense. I hope you'll check that out on Amazon when you get a chance. Also, before we get started, and actually I want to share some amazing news of my own this week, which is that, so as I said before, I'm located on the Eastern Shore of Maryland in Talbot County. And this week, actually this morning, was the very first time that we are having a What's Good Wednesday recap of what's good at our local nonprofits on the local radio station WCEI with the morning show host Matt Spence. This morning is the first morning that we've shared that. So if you are from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, if you've got a nonprofit, you've got something amazing that you want to share, or if you want to be featured on this show, we welcome good news from all over the country, all over the world. Please shoot your great news to me at wednesday@bewhatsgood.com. Also, if you want to find me, you can find me at bewhatsgood.com because we here at What's Good LLC like to help nonprofits to be what's good in the world. If you're wondering where you can watch this show, if you want to catch up on episodes, you can find me on Facebook and YouTube at Be What's Good. Make sure to subscribe because that helps other people see the show and you'll always be able to find me. All right, I think that's enough of that because we've got so much amazing news this week. So let's get started. First, we've got the Waterfowl Festival, and I did mention them last week, but we kicked off our What's Good Wednesday radio series with Waterfowl Festival's great news. So I wanted to share it again for you. Their community and conservation grant portal is open. The Waterfowl Festival is this really amazing event that happens. They take over the town of Easton, Maryland for a weekend every year. There are so many cool things that happen during this week. And it's a great community event, but did you know that since 1971, the festival has raised nearly $6 million for environmental conservation and education efforts? Pretty incredible, right? So they do this, they give the money away through this community and conservation grant portal. If you are an organization that has a unique project at the crossroads of conservation and community, you can apply before July 1st. And just head over to waterfowlfestival.org/conservation. So check out the Waterfowl Festival if you want to apply for one of those grants. Coming up next, it's Talisman Therapeutic Riding. Their annual Derby Day event is coming up on May 3rd. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year. It supports their mission of sharing the transformative healing power of horses and our natural environment. I have been to this farm. It is so phenomenal. It's such a great mission, and the horses are so calming and so wonderful. So they offer a variety of programs to create therapeutic opportunities while providing exposure to an environment of well-being and learning. If you want to learn more about Derby Day, visit talismantherapeuticriding.org. Next, we're headed over to the Country School, which this is very exciting. They are celebrating their 90th anniversary this year. 90 years of serving our community. Unbelievable. They're having a huge community celebration this Saturday, the 26th. And then they also are having their 4th annual Run and Fun Fest. It's a 5K. It's happening this Sunday, the 27th. But here's something that's really cool that they're doing through this event. They are collecting sneakers leading up to the event, during the event, and after the event. I'm not really sure how they do it, but they're going to send those sneakers away and they will be turned into funds, which the country school has decided to donate to another local organization, which is near and dear to my heart, the Talbot Interfaith Shelter. And the Talbot Interfaith Shelter has their lip sync battle fundraiser coming up this Saturday as well. I'm actually co-hosting it. It's one of my favorite events of the entire year. But the country school faculty has a team that's competing. They have competed every year of this event. It's the 9th year that they've done it. If you have a chance, check out this event. It is the absolute most fun you can have in one night, and it'll be live streamed. So you can go to talbotinterfaithshelter.org and watch all the action. If you don't get a chance, if you're not around Saturday at 7 p.m., go to the Talbot Interfaith Shelter website and just watch all the amazing lip sync videos from people from throughout the community who are supporting their neighbors in overcoming homelessness. It is truly phenomenal how many people come out and just give in to the silliness and the joy to help our neighbors overcome homelessness. So I hope you will check that out, talbotinterfaithshelter.org. Moving on, we have so much good news. I love this news from Chesapeake College. Chesapeake College empowers students from diverse communities to excel in further education, employment, and participation in an interconnected world. This is so neat. The college recently unveiled its new mobile welding lab. So what is that? Well, it is a $1.2 million grant-funded initiative that allows the college to deploy welding training out to their 5-county service area so that people can learn this trade without the barrier of transportation. They are taking the education to the people of our community. Really unbelievable. Also, this fiscal year, they've received more than $400,000 from the state of Maryland in grants to support student scholarships in the trades because they want to help people get to work and be out there and be doing great. So congratulations, Chesapeake College. This is such an amazing initiative, and I can't wait to see how many people it helps get up and running and go out and be successful in our community. So cool. So as you can see, we have tons of folks from our Eastern Shore community this week. I promise you, we do also have some other organizations from throughout the community, but my friends out here on the Eastern Shore were so excited about this radio opportunity that I got flooded with amazing Eastern Shore news this week. So I hope you'll bear with me and check it out with me as well. So next we've got the Radcliffe Creek School, and they are hosting next Thursday, May 1st, they're hosting award-winning children's book author, speaker, and environmentalist Patricia Newman. It's a free family literacy night open to the whole community. The event is made possible thanks to generous support from the Robert F. Schuman Foundation through the school's outdoor learning program, and this is such a cute name they have for it. It's called No Child Left Indoors. So this, again, the event is open to the public and all families are welcome. If you know of folks that are in this area that want to sign up, visit radcliffecreekschool.org and RSVP so they know how many people are coming. Congrats, and I hope they'll send us an update after the event to let us know how it went, how many people attended, and just how great it was. Next, we have another awesome local organization. It's called Building African American Minds. They aim to recognize and address socioeconomic barriers that inhibit the ability of young African Americans to learn effectively and provide academic enrichment in a safe, caring, and structured environment. Building African American Minds has their annual BAM Fest coming up on May 10th. In Easton, Maryland. It's a free event for the community. Again, another free event, which is so incredible. But if you are in this area and you would like to set up a table, if you are a partner agency that wants to set up a table to share information about your nonprofit organization and your programs, reach out to BAM. contact Debbie Short, dshort at baminc.org. They still have registration slots open so you can be a part of BAM Fest and share your mission with the community. All right, we are headed to Africa. We're headed to Africa. When I told you we're spreading not just the nation, but the world. That's great news to me. We're headed to Frolics of Hope, Africa. They offer reporting, rescue, rehabilitation, and reintegration and repatriation services for children and women who've gone through violence, abuse, kidnapping, and trafficking in Kenya. What an incredible mission. Wow. So they shared with me, when I put out the call for good news, they shared with me that they recently reintegrated 4 siblings back to their family who were staying in a safe house. And if that doesn't touch your heart, I don't know what will. What a great mission moment. That's the kind of stuff that I live for, to hear. It's not just, about what we're doing in these events. It's about the work, and it's about the lives that we're changing through this amazing work. So congratulations, Frolics of Hope. I hope you will share lots more great news with us as it comes up. Next, we're going to Arabella Wellness Center in Texas. They elevate women's lives through trauma-informed education, holistic support, and wellness experiences. All of their services are accessible virtually, so women can engage in care from the comfort of their own homes from anywhere. And they offer specialized programs for veteran women and pregnant or new moms. They have 2 groups. Those are 2 groups that they believe deserve far more support than they often receive. So great news out of Arabella. They are having their inaugural Women Veterans Wellness Summit. It takes place in Dallas on May 30th through 31st. And it's as I said, it's their inaugural, first time they're doing it. We wish them the absolute best. If you want to find out about this Women's Veterans Wellness Summit and how you can participate, go to arabellawellness.org and take a look. Next, we've got Healthy Heart Nation. Healthy Heart Nation. Their mission is to empower the African American community by improving health outcomes, narrowing educational gaps, developing robust business strategies, and providing actionable solutions to achieve justice. They recently held their 22nd Pressure Project event on April 5th. They had a dedicated team of student volunteer health ambassadors from Oakwood University, and they engaged attendees and helped surpass the goal of providing 100 free blood pressure screenings for the members of the Huntsville First SDA Church. More than 100 people had free blood pressure screenings at that event. It's so wonderful. Way to bring your mission to the people of your community and help people be healthier and happier and lead great lives. Congratulations, Healthy Heart Nation. Send us some more great news as you have more amazing events like this. Next, we're headed to Chicago and the Northside Housing and Supportive Services. They support adults experiencing homelessness as they start their healing journey and transition to long-term stable housing, breaking the cycle of homelessness for good. As someone that comes from working at a homeless shelter, this one really has my heart here, but this is so cool. They just launched a new art therapy program at the shelter last week. It's one of the very first for homeless men in Chicago. And every week, all of their clients can express themselves by drawing, painting, or doing pottery. It's a nonverbal and different way to help them heal from the trauma of homelessness. And this is all thanks to a partnership with the Open Studio Project, Inc. and funding from the People's Church in Uptown. Congratulations, Northside Housing. What an awesome initiative. What a great program. I know other shelter programs that are starting to dive into these programs as ways to help their residents, their clients, their guests, whatever you want to call them, cope with the trauma of homelessness. So this is so amazing to see it in action, and I hope you'll keep sharing updates as things progress. All right, we're headed back to the Eastern Shore of Maryland, and my friends at the St. Michael's Community Center, they offer residents of Bay Hundred and St. Michael's education, food, and social programs in a safe and nurturing environment. And oh my gosh, they sent me so many updates. They've had just the busiest month of April. So check it out on Saturday, April 5th, in partnership with the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum and the Judy Centers of St. Michael's and Tillman. They held an Easter egg hunt and ice cream social. They had more than 50 families and 100 kids there, and they were searching for nearly 1,000 Easter eggs. I can't imagine how long that took. And then the next week, on Sunday, April 13th, they had a kickoff event for their community garden to get everybody ready for the growing season. So they have this amazing community garden at the community center. Then on April 16th, they distributed nearly 60 boxes of Easter meals for people to be able to prepare at home. And on Good Friday, April 18th, they served more than 200 Easter meals, both at the center, and they delivered for those in the community who couldn't come to the center themselves. Amazing, amazing work. Please keep it up, St. Michael's Community Center. You're doing such wonderful things for that community and really bringing the community together. And that was just 1 month, and I'm sure there was lots of stuff that we left out. They are just doing incredible, incredible work. All right, we've got one more organization, and it is again here on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, the Eastern Shore Land Conservancy. They conserve, steward, and advocate for the unique rural landscape of Maryland's Eastern Shore. And this Saturday, April 26th, is Celebrate Trails Day and Oxford Day. So Eastern Shore Land Conservancy will have a table in the park for Oxford Day. And as part of the celebrations, they'll be leading a walk on the Oxford Conservation Park trails on Saturday at 1 p.m. During the walk, they're going to be sharing their recent work with the Natural Lands Project, Talbot County Parks and Rec, and the Friends of Oxford Conservation Park. As they help expand the park, they are adding another 30 acres. This is so cool, of public trails, and they're restoring the natural habitat for bobwhite quails as part of that project as well. Such an awesome initiative and such great work again for our community. Congratulations, Eastern Shore Land Conservancy. If you want to learn more about that project, check it out at eslc.org. That is all of our good news that we have today. If you want to send your good news from your organization, please send it our way at Wednesday@bewhatsgood.com. We also have another segment of the show. I'm not getting a ton of questions in, but if you ever want to send in a question that you have about nonprofit marketing and fundraising, send it again to Wednesday@bewhatsgood.com. But I think I'm just going to make this segment my topic of the week. And I've got one that is really timely for me personally. And I feel a little bit like the pot calling the kettle black, but I think that's why it's so top of mind for me. Nonprofit work, it can be very overwhelming. At times you are juggling so many things at one time, and we care so much and so deeply for our missions that we want to take on so much. And so this is just my reminder one of my favorite sayings is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. This is a friendly reminder this week to take a breath and take one bite at a time. When, it's not just about your current workload, but when you're thinking about your development plans, your marketing plans, make sure that you are thinking about what you actually have the capacity to do. It's great to be ambitious. It's great to want to expand your programming, expand your fundraising initiatives, expand everything that you're doing out in the community, but you only have so much capacity. So think about what you are actually able to do, and then pick one thing that you want to expand upon and just keep going. It's okay to take things one bite at a time. Just a friendly reminder, and that's your topic of the week. Thank you all so much for tuning in to What's Good Wednesday this week. Again, if you've got something to celebrate at your organization, or if you have a question about nonprofit marketing or fundraising, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at Wednesday@bewhatsgood.com. Again, you can find me at bewhatsgood.com. You can watch the show on Facebook and YouTube at Be What's Good. And of course, check me out on LinkedIn, What's Good LLC. And then I hope that you'll check out my little book, my itty bitty book of nonprofit fundraising. It is available on Amazon. It makes a great gift for your nonprofit board of directors, especially if you're making that transition from being a day-to-day board to really focusing on governance and fundraising. This is a super short read. That's why it's called the itty bitty book. It is maybe half an hour, 45 minutes read, and it talks all about what the board's job is in terms of fundraising, and gives lots of actionable ideas of how they can participate in fundraising without doing something that they just really don't want to do. It's in a way that is comfortable for them, that makes sense for their particular situation and who they are. So I hope you'll check that out. Thank you so much for another What's Good Wednesday. I already can't wait to see you all back here next Wednesday for more of what's good in the nonprofit world. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your week.